Welcome to the do's and don'ts of narrating. So, I just have some tips for if you're narrating your own audiobook or if you're doing like videos for YouTube or any other particular audio files. It's just some things that I have found useful and I hope you do too. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notifications for other videos, and share. This is free for you to do, and it helps me to grow my channel with the algorithms. I really do appreciate it. So let's get right into it. When narrating your video or audio files, there are a few simple things that I think you should think about before getting started. Now, these aren't cast in stone, but they may make your life easier. Do have a drink nearby, something at room temperature. I recommend water or a warm tea. Don't drink thicker drinks like smoothies or carbonated ones. These aren't easy on the throat, and it may take more for you to clear them before you can resume talking. Don't chew or eat candy while narrating. No offense, but it kind of creates weird noises. Do have a quiet place to narrate. Block time to make sure that your space is uninterrupted. If you need to stop, do so at a break in the chapter or when the chapter is finished. Otherwise, your background noise may be different when you return. Or perhaps your voice tone, cadence being the speed of your voice, or volume might be different. These differences can be jarring to the listener, who will then be less concerned about the story and more focused on why there is a difference. You don't want to lose your listener because of inconsistencies in sound. For example, if I spoke really loud, obviously that's kind of jarring, right? Or if I start to speed up and speak like a really, really fast or really, really slow, you can see how suddenly it feels very, very different than if you had just been going along with the flow of what the narration is. I should also add that sometimes cadence and volume can be useful. Now, these are only for, like, let's say, dramatic points in the book. You don't want to use it all the time. And again, you don't want to jar the reader. The idea is to keep them involved in the story and enjoy it. So if it's a work of fiction, you might use cadence or loudness at a dramatic point, like, the killer is coming after them, versus if it's a self help book. It's probably not in your best interest to shake things up. Just saying, it might be something to experiment with and see what works best for you, but double check what you're going to do, especially if you're doing voice recording work for someone else. So, another do is to have a comfortable chair and have everything within reach that you might need or want while recording. I have my drink within reach. I have my refills for water within reach. I even have an electric throw. I put this over my legs and I can use it to make myself more comfortable. All of my necessary equipment is just an arm reach away from me. Headphones, lighting, cordless mouse, keyboard, everything right nearby so I don't need to go searching and get distracted. Minimizing leaving the space so that you can control any sound inconsistencies, as we just mentioned, and stay in the groove of getting your recording done. Don't have pets in the room. Don't get me wrong, I love my pets, but they are a distraction. Even when sleeping, my Boston Terrier Bean, she snores loudly. Take the dog out to do its business, play with them, make sure they have been fed, then do what you need to do. While it isn't so bad that you have a YouTube video with a pet in it, for your audible or professional recordings, leave the pet in a safe place away from the microphone. Do speak in your most comfortable voice. Stretching your voice for long periods of time can be painful. While I love doing my cozy mysteries with different voices for different characters, it can become fatiguing and sometimes downright painful. So, for narrating, use your regular voice. Narrating parts are the most spoken, anyways. Also, when you do use different voices, you might want to make a sample so that you can listen to it again if you go away from it for a time and want to come back. Or definitely listen to at least a chapter of what you've done so that you can remember how to create that voice. Now, this is something that is your preference. Some people do their editing as they go for errors. I personally prefer to. Others will wait until they've finished the first round of recording and then edit. So, whichever you choose is what works best for you. In order to find out, you need to do some experimenting. Do learn your recording program and what it can do for you. It might take some time experimenting with it, and honestly, I need to do more of this myself. Right now, I just need to know the basics of my program. Also, get a program recommended by others. These audio recording programs don't have to break the bank. I'm currently using a free one for myself. You can find out more about it in my playlist about narrating audiobooks and videos. I'm not affiliated with the program in any way. I just am giving my honest opinion on the software that I downloaded and use. Do listen to your recordings. It might sometimes be embarrassing, but it can also be a lot of fun. It's the only way to learn from yourself. Have a critical ear for any odd sounds, the way you might pronounce something, how you can clean up the recording, how you can do better in the future. Also, don't be so critical as to say you will never try recording again. It's a learning process, and just like anything else, you have to have practice to get better at it. Enjoy it, have fun, and learn as you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and there are many more like it in my narrating list and my tips for and tricks for authors. So please go check them out, and happy listening, happy reading, and have fun.